So 2023 is almost here, which means it's time for a 2023 Unmissable Night Sky Events video. Here are 10 unmissable night sky events for 2023. To start off the year, we have January 4th, the Quadrantid Meteor Shower peak. And this is actually one of the best meteor showers of the year and can produce around 60 to 200 meteors per hour. But unfortunately, this year there's going to be a 92% illuminated moon in the sky, so it's best to observe in the morning hours here in the northern hemisphere. This meteor shower does favor the northern hemisphere. On February 1st, we have comet C2022 E3 reaches maximum brightness. So you'll definitely want to take a look at this comet because this is going to be the brightest comet of 2023. And some sources say it could even be naked eye visible by this time because February 1st is when it comes closest to Earth. As we speak right now, though, it is only visible through telescopes, but it'll definitely become visible in binoculars very soon. On April 20th, we have a hybrid solar eclipse. So this is a type of solar eclipse that is pretty rare, I would say. About 7 of these occur in a century. On May 17th, there'll be a lunar occultation of Jupiter. So I can explain this pretty simply. Basically, what happens here is the moon passes in front of the disk of Jupiter. So unfortunately, this will only be visible in selected areas, and it's not going to be visible everywhere. But those selected areas will be able to see an amazing event where Jupiter passes behind the moon. And these are really fun to photograph, especially if you have high focal length telescopes, and you can really see the disk of Jupiter as it moves behind the limb of the moon. Those can be really great astrophotography opportunities. And of course, on August 13th, you'll have the Perseid meteor shower. And this is definitely one of the most popular meteor showers of the year because it can be the best meteor shower of the year. You can see really high rates of meteors, and it's one of those showers that if you go outside during its peak, you're guaranteed to see a lot of meteors falling in the night sky. I remember the first time I went out to observe the Perseid meteors, and I can tell you I was not disappointed. I got to see actually a meteor leave, a bright meteor leave a pretty distinct trail behind it, give you a little green trail. Those are really cool, and I was able to actually catch a few on camera. So if you definitely get a chance to go check out the Perseid meteor shower, this year falls on August 13th. Then we get to the gas giants at opposition. So August 27th, you'll have Saturn reaching opposition, and this is obviously a best time of the year to get out your telescope, take a look at it because it's going to be biggest through the eyepiece, and you're going to be able to get the best view. Even now, after dark, currently Saturn is still pretty bright in the sky, so you should take a look at it. And then soon after that, on August 31st, you'll have the biggest full moon of 2023. In other words, a supermoon. When they say supermoon, it's really just kind of like a word to get you excited, but the moon is not going to be that much bigger. It's obviously going to be bigger. It's because it's the super moon, but you're probably a difference between the super moon and the smallest full moon of the year is not that noticeable to the eye. On October 14th, we're going to have your annual Ring of Fire solar eclipse. Now, this one you're definitely want to check out because this is going to be visible here in North America and South America. So a lot of people are going to be able to view this annual Ring of Fire eclipse. So make sure, though, when you're observing an eclipse, I'm sure you've heard this so many times by anyone who's talked about anything to do with eclipses and sun. If you want to observe it, you need, obviously, protective solar gear. So if you have a telescope, you're definitely going to need a solar filter on the front of that. And if you're observing with your eyes, you're going to need some special solar glasses that they'll sell. You can look, Amazon will sell some. But just make sure you have protective gear when you're doing anything with the sun. And then later on December 3rd, you'll have Jupiter reaches opposition, which means it's going to be brightest in the sky. Definitely a great time to check out the planet. Don't wait until then. Just check out Jupiter now if you have a telescope because it's still pretty bright in the sky. And then on December 14th, you'll have your Gemini meteor shower peak. This is another really great meteor shower, and I think the one time I observed it, it was actually better than the Perseids because these meteors were a lot brighter than the Perseids, and they fell like crazy. Like I could look outside my window at any given time during the peak and see a meteor, not have to wait that long to see one. So definitely check out this meteor shower. But those were your 10 best unmissable night sky events of 2023. Don't be missing out. Clear skies.